In a world often filled with chaos, confusion, and endless demands, finding clarity and personal freedom can seem like an impossible task. Yet, the ancient wisdom of the Toltec civilization, distilled into 4 deceptively simple agreements, offers a path toward a more liberated and authentic existence. These lessons, brought to light by Don Miguel Ruiz in his transformative book, The 4 Agreements, challenge us to rethink the way we interact with ourselves and others, inviting us to create a life grounded in truth, respect, and self-love. The first agreement, be impeccable with your word, stands as the foundation of personal integrity. Words are more than simple sounds or marks on paper. They are the seeds from which our reality grows. Every word spoken carries weight and power, shaping not only our thoughts and beliefs, but also the perceptions and emotions of those around us. To be impeccable with your word is to speak honestly and with intention, never using language to harm, deceive, or manipulate. It means refusing to gossip, avoiding idle chatter that erodes trust, and choosing instead to speak with kindness and clarity. When practiced consistently, this agreement builds a foundation of trust, both within ourselves and in our relationships. The second agreement, don't take anything personally, offers a profound liberation from the judgments and opinions of others. It is natural to feel hurt or offended by criticism, rejection, or even praise. But Ruiz reminds us that nothing others do is because of us. Each person operates from their own beliefs, experiences, and wounds. When we take things personally, we accept the toxic energy offered by others and make it our own. By refusing to take things personally, we shield ourselves from unnecessary suffering and maintain a sense of inner peace, no matter what storms rage around us. This agreement allows us to stand firm in our own truth, free from the constant need for approval or validation. The third agreement, don't make assumptions, addresses a common source of misunderstanding and conflict. Assumptions are stories we tell ourselves, often based on fear, insecurity, or incomplete information. We assume we know what others think, feel, or intend, and act accordingly, sometimes causing pain or confusion for ourselves and those we care about. Ruiz encourages us to seek clarity, to ask questions, and to communicate openly. By refusing to make assumptions, we avoid unnecessary drama and cultivate relationships based on transparency and mutual understanding. This agreement empowers us to step out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of truth. The fourth agreement, always do your best, weaves the previous 3 into daily practice. Doing your best does not mean achieving perfection. It means bringing your full presence, energy, and commitment to each moment, regardless of the outcome. Our best will vary from day to day, sometimes vibrant and strong, other times gentle and subdued, but each effort contributes to our growth. By always doing our best, we honor ourselves and our journey, forgiving ourselves for mistakes and celebrating our progress. This agreement transforms the pursuit of excellence from a source of pressure into a source of joy, reminding us that the true reward lies in the effort itself. Together, these 4 agreements form a code of conduct that can transform our lives. They invite us to break free from the patterns of self-limitation and suffering that are often inherited from family, culture, and society. The Toltec wisdom embedded within these teachings is not about religious dogma or rigid rules. It is about personal power and freedom. As we begin to practice the agreements, we notice subtle shifts. Our words become more intentional, our hearts less burdened, our relationships more authentic. We start to experience life with greater clarity, compassion, and courage. To be impeccable with your word is to recognize the creative force of language. Words can inspire, heal, and uplift, or they can wound and destroy. When we speak with integrity, we honor ourselves and those around us. We begin to see that gossip and careless talk erode trust and connection, while honest and thoughtful expression builds bridges. This agreement invites us to become conscious creators of our reality, choosing words that align with our deepest values and intentions. Not taking things personally is a radical act of self-love. It allows us to step back from the emotional roller coaster of praise and criticism to see that the opinions and actions of others are reflections of their own inner world. When we internalize this agreement, we reclaim our peace. We understand that our worth is not contingent upon the shifting tides of external approval. We become resilient, able to face challenges and disagreements without losing our center. Refusing to make assumptions is an invitation to curiosity and courage. It asks us to let go of the stories and judgments that cloud our vision and instead seek the truth. When we ask questions and listen deeply, we build relationships founded on respect and understanding. We learn to trust ourselves and others, knowing that clear communication is the key to harmony. Doing our best is the thread that weaves the other agreements into the fabric of daily life. It reminds us that growth is a process, not a destination. We forgive ourselves for moments when we fall short, knowing that each effort brings us closer to our highest potential. This agreement frees us from the burden of perfectionism and comparison, replacing it with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The 4 agreements are more than just philosophical ideas. They are practical tools for transformation. They guide us toward a life of authenticity, compassion, and joy. As we practice them, we begin to dismantle the limiting beliefs and toxic patterns that have held us back. We learn to trust ourselves, to honor our truth, and to embrace the freedom that comes from living with integrity. Imagine a world where everyone practiced these agreements. Conflicts would give way to understanding, relationships would flourish, and individuals would stand in the power of their own truth. The journey begins with a single step, a commitment to live by these principles, even when it is difficult. Each day offers new opportunities to be impeccable with our word, to resist taking things personally, to seek clarity instead of assumptions, and to do our best. The wisdom of the 4 agreements is timeless, echoing across cultures and generations. It reminds us that personal freedom is not found in external achievements or possessions, but in the way we choose to show up in the world. It is a path of courage, requiring us to confront our fears and limitations and to embrace the possibility of change. As you reflect on these teachings, consider how they might unfold in your own life. Notice the moments when your words could be more intentional, when you might step back from taking offense, when you could ask for clarity instead of assuming, and when you could bring your best to whatever lies before you. Each small step builds the foundation for a life of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. The 4 agreements are not a destination, but a lifelong practice, a journey toward wholeness and freedom. By embracing them, you open the door to a new way of being, grounded in truth, respect, and love. Let these simple yet profound principles guide you as you navigate the complexities of life and discover the power that lies within to create a reality filled with possibility, connection, and joy.